Where we at though?
Yeah, we in Memphis with the right now, in the M right now. You know where these don't come to. But some gonna be here, man. Sleep here, stay here, man. You know, so as long as we want to, man. You get what I'm saying? Certified, man.
It's a normal day in the South Side, like.
Yeah, normal day in the South Side, P. Go yards everywhere, diamonds everywhere, just bankrolls everywhere, money everywhere, just whatever, everything.
Within just hours of showing off those diamonds and stacks of cash on Instagram Live in downtown Memphis, rapper Sayso P would face a heartbreaking and shocking end outside a luxury hotel in broad daylight. But before we get to that tragic moment on March 22, 2025, let's rewind to where it all began. Letitia Hunt, better known as Sayso P, wasn't just another upcoming artist hoping for a big break. He was a 27-year-old Memphis talent who actually caught the eye of someone major back in 2022. Houston's self-proclaimed drip god, Sauce Walka, decided to sign him to the Sauce Factory, TSF, marking a massive turning point in Sayso's career. He went from hustling through the rough streets of Memphis to being guided by a rapper reportedly worth between $2 to $7 million. But not everything was as perfect as it looked online. Behind the scenes, a storm was brewing, because Memphis has a reputation that's anything but easy to escape. Memphis has faced ongoing public safety challenges over the years, at times ranking high in national crime statistics, with more than 300 reported homicides annually in recent reports. For rappers trying to rise in that environment,
Been here outside the Westin Hotel, which is right by Beale Street, right across the street from FedEx Forum. I talked with Sauce Walker's father, and who says his son in the thigh while up-and-coming rapper Sayso P was in this. Now, according to his father, Albert Walker Mondane, also known as Sauce Walker, is physically okay, but is still traumatized by this attempt on his life, and also losing his friend and protege, Latorian Hunt, who went by the stage name Sayso P. Memphis police say Sauce Walka and Sayso P were targeted by suspects driving down Lieutenant George W. Lee Avenue, driving a white four-door sedan. Sauce Walka's father says his son has had a passion for rapping and performing since he was a little child, and has achieved superstar status thanks to his hard work, but that spotlight comes at a heavy cost.
In this world today, that comes with a price. And unfortunately, it can lead to a lot of bad stuff. He's the type of young man that wants to help people and to help you reach your dreams. And that's what I taught him. Unfortunately, all the young kids, they don't get that kind of stuff from home. You know, it's life is nothing anymore. Respect is nothing anymore.
Memphis police are still investigating this case, and no arrests have been made at this time. If you have any information on this case, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Reporting live in downtown Memphis, Gardner Montgomery, Action News 5.
the risks are non-stop and the streets show no mercy. Even more shocking, reports say that in 2025, nearly 65% of Memphis rap-related passings were connected to unpaid debts and disputes over money, not gang feuds or music beefs. According to street insiders, Sayso P was allegedly caught up in serious financial trouble that may have played a huge role in what happened to him. Whispers began spreading just hours after his passing, with multiple voices, including hip-hop commentator Wack 100, claiming that Sayso P owed between $200,000 and $300,000 to the wrong people. Some even claimed he disappeared with money that wasn't his, angering a few powerful figures in the city. However, Sayso P's mother quickly shut down those rumors, firmly stating her son never took from anyone. She believed he was betrayed by people in his own circle.
He sent both his. That a lot of people don't know. Yeah, he sent both. Right?
He sent on his artist?
Yeah, he sent the both. Yeah, on both. Right? He sent on his artist, and then the guy showed his face, so he had to kill him too. Right? Y'all don't know how that shit worked, right? Because his artist was Mankind, right? They probably owned the cartel, right? And the cartel doesn't know playing, right? Listen, you take him out or we take you out, right? So we gotta do what we gotta do.
Sacrificed.
Yeah, that what happened.
But the information that surfaced after raised even more chilling questions. What makes this story even more shocking is that Sauce Walka, the very man who signed Sayso P and treated him like a younger brother, had been warning him non-stop about the danger surrounding him. In interviews right after the tragic event, Sauce Walka told several outlets that he constantly begged Sayso P to move carefully and stay low-key because he knew people in the streets were targeting him and that Memphis was getting way too tense. But despite those serious warnings, Sayso P went right back to Memphis and started going live on Instagram again, showing off his jewelry, money, and even his hotel room view to thousands of viewers. Hip-hop blogger 1090 Jake later broke down how risky that move really was, pointing out that in the videos Sayso P posted that day,
a Memphis rapper from last spring, 23-year-old Kevin Brown is facing several charges, including first-degree. Investigators say he shot Sayso P. His real name is Latorian Hunt.
You could clearly see the hotel sign behind him. All someone had to do was pause the clip and zoom in. You'd instantly recognize the Westin logo. And since there's only one Westin hotel in downtown Memphis, that meant anyone watching could figure out exactly where he was staying. It wasn't careless, it was extremely risky. By openly displaying his lifestyle and dropping clues about his exact location, Sayso P had unknowingly made himself a visible target in a city already filled with tension and envy. It seemed like a matter of time before things took a devastating turn, and that moment came on March 22, 2025, at exactly 2:42 p.m. Sayso P and Sauce Walka were standing outside the Westin Hotel in downtown Memphis after a shopping trip.
Task force in Nashville arrested a suspect in that killed Memphis rapper Sayso P and left Houston rapper Sauce Walka hurt. Kevin KJ Brown Jr. is facing multiple charges, including first-degree. Memphis police responded to a shooting at the Westin in downtown Memphis back in March. Officers found Sayso P, whose real name was Latorian Hunt, and Sauce Walka, whose real name is Albert Mondane, critically injured. Another suspect in the Jaden Dandridge was found in Houston before the warrant for his arrest could be served.
Chatting casually and holding bags, the day looked peaceful. The sun was shining, people were out walking, and nothing seemed out of place. Then, out of nowhere, a white Dodge Charger pulled up to the curb. What happened next was caught on nearby security cameras, and it was absolutely chilling. Two masked individuals jumped out of what police later confirmed was a stolen car. Without saying a word or demanding anything, they started firing rapidly in Sayso P's direction. More than 20 rounds were let off in under 15 seconds, creating chaos on the street. Reports indicate that Sayso P sustained multiple injuries to the upper body and collapsed at the scene. Emergency responders arrived within minutes, but tragically, he was pronounced deceased at 2:50 p.m., just 8 minutes after the attack began. Sauce Walka was also struck during the attack, but he was incredibly lucky.
I'm signed to TSL, I'm Sauce Walka artist. Yeah.
He was hit in the left thigh, and thankfully the bullet missed any major arteries or bones, allowing him to stay on his feet and stumble away from the chaos. Witnesses later described a chilling moment. One of the individuals involved was reportedly seen standing near Sauce Walka during the incident, aimed at him, then suddenly lowered the weapon and walked away. It was clear he wasn't the target that day. Sayso P was. Memphis police quickly ruled out robbery, confirming this was a calculated and intentional hit, not a random act. The attackers didn't ask for money, didn't grab jewelry. They came for one reason, and sadly, they accomplished it. Within just a few hours, investigators tracked down the stolen white Dodge Charger using automatic license plate readers. Surveillance footage from a nearby gas station then revealed two suspects purchasing what appeared to be a firearm and black masks only 9 minutes before the incident took place. The first suspect identified was Jaden Dandridge. Memphis police released his photo to the public and even offered a $6,000 reward for any information leading to his arrest. But before they could catch him, the situation took another serious and tragic turn. Just 5 days after Sayso P's tragic passing,
Paperwork on that? Huh? Make quick.
know, CT5, I'm trying to make them go Escalade, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got this, what you say, it's a Sport Platinum?
It's the Sport Platinum 2024.
2024 Sports Platinum.
2,000 miles. Rear entertainment package. Soft closed doors.
Man, y'all making me want to go buy another Escalade. I might go electric.
On March 27, 2025, Jaden Dandridge was found deceased at a loading dock in Houston, having sustained multiple serious firearm-related injuries. Investigators described the scene as an apparent act of retaliation, further deepening the mystery around Sayso P's passing and leaving both cities, Memphis and Houston, gripped in shock and speculation. At the scene, investigators discovered fragments of PVC pipe, evidence suggesting that a homemade silencing device might have been used, proving this wasn't some random act, but a carefully planned retaliation. And here's where things get even more complicated. Houston, where Jaden Dandridge was found, is Sauce Walker's home turf. It's where he founded the Suck Crew, also known as the Stormy Unsea Crew, and built deep roots throughout the city. When reporters questioned Sauce Walker about Jaden Dandridge's passing, he firmly denied having any involvement, saying it was nothing more than wrong place, wrong time. But the streets weren't convinced. The timing felt too perfect and the location too close to home, leading many to believe that the Sauce Factory, TSF, may have had a hand in avenging Sayso P. But the story didn't stop there. Authorities were still hunting the second suspect, 23-year-old Kevin Brown Jr., also known as KJ. He managed to stay under the radar for nearly 7 months, constantly moving between Memphis and different parts of Tennessee.
Oh, hey, it's one of them days. It's one of them days, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole world been waiting for me to speak. They been wanting to hear, you know what I'm saying, how I feel about this spiel. So we gonna make this little public Sauce announcement like this right here, you know what I'm talking about? Sauce and P, Sayso P, saying all that as weird as, lame ass, idiots. People just post anything on the internet for clicks and views, dumbass idiots. Y'all talking about sacrificing my brothers. No, I changed my brothers' lives. That's what Sauce gotta do. I changed lives, I changed situations. I turned niggas some hood, some millionaires, the billionaires, and shout out to that, the zillionaire. You know what I'm talking about? My brother Sauce Mike D, Fofo Mike D Dennis, TSL Business, original TSL member. You know what I'm talking about? How many years we been doing this league?
Man, I can't even understand, man.
You been in this shit before this shit in the beginning?
Even started.
You know what I'm saying? Brand new record deal, brand new contract for Sauce Mike Deezy, TSL Business, new album on the way. What's the name of my album, Mike D?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, you know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
Coming out in a few weeks. We drop with /TSL, 1 RPM. Shout out to my boy 1 RPM Guccio. And you know what I'm saying? The deal went through 300,000. You know what I'm saying? So here go my brother Brad, 100 G's. 100 G's. Oh! Oh, but I forgot. I got something else to tell y'all about too. Cause I'm celebrating life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We celebrating hard work over here, and we gonna celebrate life, cause I could have lost mine. I could have lost my life. You feel me? So this shit ain't nothing but some money. It ain't nothing but some money. So I told you today, I said, hey, sell me the biggest motherfucking diamond ring you got in the goddamn store. Yeah, man, I need that shit to go have a ticket. Yeah, $300,000 diamond ring right there, you know what I'm saying? 10K.
Hiding out in small motels and staying completely off social media. Finally, on October 22, 2025, U.S. Marshals located him at a motel in Clarksville, Tennessee. He was taken into custody without incident and faced several serious charges, including first-degree homicide, 2 counts of attempted homicide, and multiple weapons-related violations. After Kevin Brown Jr.'s arrest, the case exploded across social media and news outlets, turning Sayso P's story into one of the most talked-about tragedies of 2025. Memphis and Houston were both on edge. Fans were mourning, while bloggers and insiders started digging deep into what really happened behind the scenes. Everyone wanted answers, and rumors spread faster than ever. Court documents later revealed that KJ had been in contact with several people connected to Memphis just days before the attack. fueling speculation that the plot to target Sayso P was organized far more carefully than anyone first thought. Detectives hinted at the possibility of more suspects being involved, saying they were still reviewing digital evidence, including phone records and security footage from multiple states. Meanwhile, Sauce Walka kept his distance from the spotlight, only posting short messages online honoring Sayso P and saying he wanted justice, not revenge. But not everyone believed his calm tone. Some fans claimed he knew more than he was saying, especially since the second suspect ended up arrested alive, while the first one was found deceased just days after Sayso's passing. By late November 2025, prosecutors announced that KJ would face a high-profile trial, and the entire hip-hop community prepared for another emotional roller coaster. The headlines were everywhere, and every new detail made the story even more gripping. The deeper investigators looked, the clearer it became. Sayso P's passing wasn't just a random tragedy. It was a complex web of loyalty, betrayal, and silence that left the whole city holding its breath. KJ's bond was set at a staggering $2 million, and he's still sitting in jail waiting for his day in court. But things took a wild turn when a controversial St. Louis rapper named 607 UNC came forward with a shocking theory that sent the internet into overdrive. He claimed that Sauce Walka himself might have secretly planned the hit, saying that Sayso P had supposedly owed money to some very powerful people, and that Sauce was given an ultimatum to handle the problem or face the consequences. It sounds unbelievable, right? Yet 607 UNC stood by his story, saying that Sauce Walka was seen picking up a bag of cash right after the incident, and that same money later appeared in photos he posted online. He even questioned why Sauce didn't react more strongly if his own artist had truly been taken out by enemies, hinting that there could be more going on behind the scenes. Of course, Sauce Walka immediately denied every bit of it, calling those claims pure clickbait and saying, "I change lives, I don't destroy them." Still, that didn't stop the internet from running wild. The rumors spread across YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, pulling in millions of views within days. Most of the real evidence seems to back up the debt theory, especially since several credible insiders, including Whack 100, Tony Yayo, and 1090 Jake, all confirmed that Sayso P had allegedly taken off with a large amount of money that wasn't his. On top of that, Sauce Walka's repeated warnings before the tragedy shows that he clearly knew his artist was in serious danger. And the fact that others at the scene were unharmed led some observers to believe he may not have been the intended target, with speculation suggesting Sayso P was the focus instead. As for that sacrifice rumor, it might sound dramatic, but there's zero solid proof to back it up. 607 UNC has a history of making outrageous claims online, even telling wild stories about secret industry plots, so most fans don't take him too seriously. Still, his words went viral because they played into a bigger theory that the music game is full of jealousy, betrayal, and people willing to do anything for fame and money. What is clear, though, is that Sayso P made some dangerous choices that ended up costing him everything. He ignored Sauce Walka's warnings, went live on social media showing his location, and returned to a city where he had serious enemies waiting. Those mistakes proved fatal, leaving a permanent mark on Memphis and the rap world as a whole. In the months following the attack, Sauce Walka openly shared his recovery journey on social media, giving fans a glimpse into his healing process. Then, in July 2025, he shocked the internet when he posted a video showing a bullet fragment naturally surfacing from his leg, an unfiltered moment that went insanely viral, racking up more than 72 million views. By August, he was back doing what he loved most, performing on stage, fully recovered, moving with confidence, and showing no signs of slowing down. He honored Sayso P through murals, memorial events, and shoutouts during his shows before continuing his career with new focus and energy. Interestingly, after the attack, Sauce Walka's streaming numbers skyrocketed. His music saw more than 300% in plays. it served as a harsh reminder of how moments of loss and pain can sometimes boost an artist's visibility in ways no one ever wants to experience. But this story isn't just about Sayso P and Sauce Walka. It's part of a much darker cycle in hip-hop. Memphis has become one of the most dangerous cities for rappers, with more than 15 artists losing their lives in 2025 alone. Reports say that about 65% of those cases were tied to money disputes, not rap feuds or rivalries. Just think back to the loss of Young Dolph, another Memphis legend, who was tragically taken in November 2021 while simply buying cookies at a local bakery. It's a painful reminder of how success and danger can sometimes walk side by side in the rap world. What's even more heartbreaking is how familiar this cycle has become. Every time a Memphis rapper rises to success, it feels like danger follows close behind. Fans start to celebrate a new voice, a new sound, and then suddenly, tragedy strikes again. By the end of 2025, the city experienced one of its most difficult years for the hip-hop community, leaving families, fans, and fellow artists in a period of ongoing mourning. Local activists began demanding change, calling for better protection and mentorship for young artists before they get caught up in risky environments. Community leaders pointed out that many of these rappers came from neighborhoods where music was their only escape, but fame brought new enemies, jealousy, and financial pressure that most weren't ready for. Meanwhile, documentaries and podcasts began dissecting Sayso P's story, labeling it as the perfect example of how fame without guidance can turn tragic fast. Every piece of his story, from the Instagram lives to the street rumors, became a warning for upcoming rappers about what not to do. Even Sauce Walka started using his platform differently, speaking more about loyalty, safety, and self-awareness in interviews. He reminded fans that flashing success online can sometimes invite the wrong kind of attention, and that protecting your energy is just as important as chasing your dreams. Still, despite all the lessons and awareness, the streets of Memphis remain tense. Each new artist rising out of the city carries the weight of those lost before them, including Sayso P, turning his story into both a cautionary tale and a haunting legacy that the hip-hop world will never forget. Investigators later revealed that the motive behind Young Dolph's case was believed to be tied to a $100,000 bounty allegedly connected to Big Juke, the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. One of the men involved was convicted and sentenced to life in prison, while another suspect was acquitted. Even more tragically, Big Juke later lost his life in a separate incident that some observers described as possible retaliation, occurring just months after the trial concluded. It's a heartbreaking cycle. One person gets taken out, someone strikes back, then someone else retaliates again, and it never seems to end. Sayso P's story is another painful reminder that fame and street credibility can be a dangerous mix. You simply can't show off your jewelry, lifestyle, or exact location online while knowing there are real-world tensions brewing. The internet doesn't protect anyone. It only makes it easier for others to find you. As of now, Kevin Brown Jr.'s trial is still pending, and once it begins, it might finally reveal the complete truth about what went down in Memphis that day. Was it really all over a $200,000 money dispute? Or is there another layer to the story that hasn't been uncovered yet? What we do know is this: Sayso P is gone far too soon. Sauce Walka is alive but forever changed, and Memphis remains one of the toughest cities for rising artists trying to chase success. What do you think really happened? Was this all just about a massive debt or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video for more stories just like this one.